with media relations and other outreach activities. And I want you to know that because sometimes things start moving very quickly during the last 3 weeks of a major campaign like this. As you all know, Tehu Nguyen handles those responsibilities more than full-time at the District 3 County office, and we found as recently as yesterday where he was coordinating a news conference with working partnerships on issues of living wage and wage issues in general, that at the same time we had our opponent doing a news conference announcing things that required media assistance and cooperation. So I want to thank Lydia for her agreement to assist us down the home stretch here of the campaign. And for all of you to know that in case you get additional contact from her, or you're trying to reach me or somebody at the campaign, you have an additional contact now as a spokesperson who will put you in touch with our official responses and positions on anything that comes up. I should have started with welcoming all of you in Vietnamese, the few words that I know, Kim Chào Quý Vị, but welcome to all of you. So I promise to be learning more of the language in the near future, especially as mayor of San Jose. It certainly helps to have people like Wendy and Tehu who can communicate directly with the community. You know, the Vietnamese community in the city of San Jose seems to grow stronger and stronger all the time. But I don't think that it has had full access to City Hall in the past. And we want to make sure that happens. It's a long time in coming, since 1975, the community has not only asserted itself in business, just like with Wendy's business here and all of the businesses that we represent, but also in politics as well. But I think that role needs to get bigger and bigger so that the next generation of Vietnamese Americans become really full stakeholders in City Hall and city government. And as mayor of San Jose, I do intend to make sure that happens. We have been running on a campaign of public safety, and I want to make sure that Vietnamese media and others, the Vietnamese community, understand that I'm running on a platform of restoring neighborhood police patrols in our neighborhoods. I disagree with recent representations at City Hall that say that somehow crime is decreasing. Just in the last 5.5 years since I left City Hall, we have lost over 400 police officers. The homicide rate is the highest in the last 3 years that it's been in the last 10 years. And property crimes, theft crimes, are higher in the last 2 years than they've been in the last 10 years. The rate of auto theft in this community, which plagues a lot of the neighborhoods where Vietnamese Americans live now, as well as other San Joseans, the rate of auto theft is so high that last year it was higher than all of New York City. So we do have a rising crime rate. People don't feel safe in their neighborhoods. And it doesn't matter if I'm talking to Vietnamese Americans or other members of the community. People are telling us every week and every day that they don't feel safe in the community. I hope that everyone recognizes that I do have a strong track record of working with the Vietnamese community. Beginning in May 17th of 2005, when we raised the South Vietnam flag at City Hall, of course after adopting the resolution at City Hall and pushing it through, at the time with some dissent on the City Council and some dissent outside the City Council, we made sure to have that happen. We actually raised the flag on June 3rd, 2005, a date I'll always remember because it was my birthday. On behalf of the Vietnamese American community in Santa Clara County, I did urge President Obama to support Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez's proposition, or House Resolution 484, calling on the government of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam to represent human rights and to stop using the ambiguity of some codes, such as Article 79 and 88 of their criminal code, to arrest and detain peaceful activists who advocate for religious and political freedom. I've also asked President Obama and his staff in the West Wing of the White House to review the current trade policy with Vietnam. I do believe we have to get the attention of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. We need to do that perhaps with economic sanctions, certainly with resolutions, and a strong mayor here who says that human rights violations cannot continue in Vietnam. If they do continue, then we will begin to distance ourselves more and more from the Socialist Republic. You have my pledge and my promise as Mayor of San Jose that I will continue in that direction, but I'll continue with even more authority as Mayor of San Jose. When I was on the City Council, I supported Proposition 243, which demands the Vietnamese government take immediate and unconditional action to release, at that time, Father Nguyen Van Ly and Mrs. Nguyen Van Dai and Mrs. Lê Thi Cong Nan, as well as other similar prisoners. I've stood close to the Vietnamese community during the last 13 years to fight not just those human rights violations, but others in Vietnam. After listening to the concerns of the Vietnamese community, I required Santa Clara County to conduct an assessment of the needs, health, and everyday life of the Vietnamese community. Again, that health assessment not only went all the way to the White House, to the White House Council on Health, but it also became the stimulus for a new resolution this past year to create a Vietnamese service center here in the county of Santa Clara. And I know my colleague Cindy Chavez is helping now to push that through and make sure it becomes very meaningful to the people here in this community. I supported the hiring just south of here, Uruguayan High School, of the first Vietnamese principal, and I did that very vocally. And as a result, I was invited to the ceremony welcoming him as a new principal of the high school. When I was on the Eastside High School Board of Trustees, not only did I accomplish certain tasks like building the first new high school in Silicon Valley in 25 years, but most importantly, I think, to this community, within the community, we approved the first Vietnamese language classes as part of the permanent curriculum in Eastside Union, and I understand this year that Vietnamese textbooks are now being exported from our high school district here to other portions of California. I think all of you know that I passionately supported the Vietnamese community in their fight to get this district called Little Saigon, and not just the district name, but the highway signs, which you see now coming in any direction. And I think it's helping additional commerce in this area because people who travel up and down 101 from outside our area, including travelers and tourists, now have an opportunity to be aware that there are businesses here just like this one where they can stop on the way and spend some money and pay some sales taxes which come back to the city of San Jose to help this area continue to prosper. We have, and I want to confirm this, although it's been said recently at some fundraisers, I don't think it's been said publicly to the media, we have in fact confirmed Santa Clara County's willingness to provide the land for the Vietnamese War Memorial that will be placed on Heading Street, right next to the District Attorney's office, next to the steps where all of us travel to go to the many flag raisings and ceremonies that we have representing the Vietnamese American tradition and history, and you will see that built there. We would already have made a motion to provide the funds for that, but the Vietnamese members of the Vietnamese community who have backed that have wanted it to be fundraised as a gift, the statue as a gift to the county of Santa Clara, so long as the county would provide the land at no cost. So again, I want to confirm that the county, at my initiative, has provided the land at no cost to permanently place that monument. And hopefully the fundraising will take place soon, right after this election cycle. I think all of you know that I have supported and sponsored many organizing activities, including the TEP Festival, which was held with a record crowd at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds this past year. many summer concerts, especially here at Buena High School. And of course, as I just mentioned, flag raisings, Armed Forces Day, and many other important ceremonial traditions at the County of Santa Clara, including Black April, which we have at the County of Santa Clara extended for a week. It is my pledge, and I have made this in the past, but I'll make it today publicly to the media here, that the rotunda at City Hall, after I become mayor, will be lit up and decorated for Black April during that month, so that all people who live in San Jose can become more aware of the Black April tradition and the memorial that we do every year. That rotunda is designed for that purpose. Some of you have seen it lit up at night for other activities. We're going to light it up for Black April, so all of San Jose has to pay attention, not just the Vietnamese community. So, in summary, I'm running for mayor of San Jose because crime now in San Jose for the first time is above the state and national average. We were the safest big city in America when I was vice mayor. Our children's after-school programs have been eliminated. When I was on the city council, we had 200 homework centers in the city. They're all gone now, and I want to restore them. Our homeless population is up sky high. 5,200 just in San Jose alone are sleeping without homes outside at night, every night, and that'll happen again tonight. I need your help and support in continuing to get our message out, and I do appreciate once again Wendy's support over the next 3 weeks, and hopefully that'll make it even easier than it has been in the past to communicate with all of you and to respond, whether that be to negative attacks or whether that be to something that you deem to be a positive information or an opportunity. Together as a team, we will be ensuring that you get my reaction immediately. Thank you very much. Did you want to open it up for questions?